So, today's video, I thought I'd do something, well, a little bit different to normal, and that is a meme review. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name's Tyler. I am essentially a cancer vlogger, and I kind of have documented my whole journey from diagnosis through to treatment and recovery, and I'm now currently post-transplant. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's beautiful to see your face once again. So for today's video, it's a meme review. And I thought this would be a bit of fun, and to be honest, if you know me personally, I absolutely love memes. Like, if you're with me in person, there is a great chance that I would be looking at memes while we're actually there together, and probably sharing some of the ones I found funny. And apparently for the YouTube algorithm, it's good if I say, please like, share, subscribe at the beginning of the video as well. So this is me adding that to the beginning as well. I don't know if it'll work, but hey, if you feel like it, click that subscribe button. Okay, back to the content. And now some of the meme reviews that I'm a big fan of are things like PewDiePie's meme review or Dr. Mike's meme review, and they all have their own kind of niche genres that they can kind of share. And so I figured I would use my niche, and that is as, well, a cancer patient, and kind of do a cancer patient reacts to cancer memes. Let's see how this goes. So the source of these memes that I'm actually going to be reviewing and reacting to today is from an Instagram page that I just recently discovered called The Cancer Patient. I'll link it down below. I have to recommend you must go and follow them because they are hilarious. I am loving looking at the memes there today. Haven't looked at it recently though, so I could do this reaction video with you today. And let's have a bit of fun, a bit of light-hearted action, and you'll probably be able to relate to some of these. And if not, I'll at least explain my perspective about these memes from my own experience. Me leaving the cancer center, knowing I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of radiation. Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, okay, yeah. So that one's completely relatable. Okay, so I mean, you know, when you're going in for treatment, obviously sometimes cannot be a lot of fun. It can kind of suck, and if you're kind of doing day treatments rather than actually overnight, you gotta leave feeling like crap. You don't want to go back, but you've got to go back the next day. That's genius. I like that meme. I don't know where the origin of that meme is from, but yeah, that's a pretty damn good. When you take magic mouthwash for oral mucositis, I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging in the back of my throat. Okay, so that's funny. So that's from that WAP music video. It's actually, you know, WAP. It's not me having a speech impediment. And so they're referring to the use of, well, the mouthwash to kind of get to the uvula at the back of your throat. I mean, it's true. When you get mucositis, it hurts so much, and you're doing anything and everything you can in order to reduce the symptoms. And so there's all these different mouthwashes. The one that we use normally here is sodium bicarb, and you are swirling using that as much as you can to try and, well, reduce normally just the severity. You can't actually prevent it, but you can prevent it from being really, really bad. That's funny. I mean, yeah, you do rinse it all the way back to your uvula, to the little dangly thing in the back of your throat, because yeah, it bloody hurts mucositis. My God, it's yeah, it makes eating horribly painful, but it passes. Thankfully, you know, once your cell counts start to go up, that's the cure. My white blood cells, when they see chemo enter the bloodstream, I'm about to die. Okay, so I love this one. Okay, so obviously it's from The Office. I love The Office. I had never ever seen it before, but I started watching it when I was going through chemo, in my first sort of rounds when I was first admitted. So this is kind of a real personal meme there, but I mean, it's hilarious, and it's so true, because obviously when the chemo goes into your body, it's non-specific and targets so many different kinds of cells, and your white blood cells kind of suffer the consequences of that as well. And I'm about to die. I mean, it's true. I mean, so many different cell types die in that. Oh, that's great. I'm sure we can all relate to all the good cells and the bad cells dying as a result of the chemo. But thank God it did that, because well, it's worked, and I'm here today able to laugh about it. CDC, we recommend you stay home and avoid large crowds. Me, not even needing to change my lifestyle. So this is very true. This is something I feel really, really relatable entirely. I mean, after we've had chemo, after a transplant, after all these things, we have to stay home isolated anyway. So it's kind of like when all the quarantine and the isolations were kind of kicking into effect, we just kind of went back to normal, what we're used to doing as cancer patients and post-transplant, and just, staying home and picking up the same tasks we were doing. So yeah, it's once again, very relatable. Me, when I see another patient at the cancer center that seems to be around my age. I mean, once again, this is the office. I love it. Nice white shirt, and it's very true, particularly as a young person with blood cancer specifically. You don't tend to see a lot of people your age at all. I've met 2 in total, and we didn't even have the same types of cancer, but they were all kind of blood cancers, but not very similar. One was, I think, ALL, and the other was lymphoma. But you do kind of smile and make eye contact. It's like, hey, another one. You kind of find happiness in connecting over bizarre and strange things when you're in an undesirable situation, such as having cancer. But yeah, it's very true. You're kind of, you have that funny and weird connection, and you normally end up chatting to each other because it's a lot nice to kind of talk to someone your own age kind of going through it. And I mean, that's in everything. It's just nice to talk and relate with other people in your own age. Naive, newly diagnosed me when someone says, let me know what I can do to help. Me during treatment when someone actually shows up just to hang out or offer something specific to help me. I mean, so this is another office one, but this is kind of the sad truth, I think, around this kind of thing. I want to make a video kind of discussing this, but it's very true. When you're first diagnosed, I mean, everyone offers to help you and everyone offers to be there for you in any way possible, but it kind of comes down to when you actually need a bit of help, it's kind of hard at that point in time finding someone. Just coming down to, you need a lift to your chemotherapy appointment, or you need a lift to your bone marrow biopsy, or someone to pick you up after those things. When you're first diagnosed, 300 people are offering it. And when you're actually there, most of the time you end up getting an Uber back. It's one of those weird, strange, surreal reality things. It's kind of more of a sad meme, that one. It's not a funny one, but I mean, my advice for you, if you're offering someone help in these kind of situations, and I was reading about this as well, and I completely agree with it, and that is, the best way to really be there for someone, if you want to, is just keep messaging them and keep offering all of the time. Not just do that one-off, because then when the cancer patient actually does need your help, they know they can kind of turn to you because you're the one who's been continuously messaging and offering that you're willing to help, and so we don't feel as bad actually asking for help in that situation. Whereas we do kind of feel guilty in then approaching you after so long if you haven't been offering it frequently and kind of harassing us with it, because we feel like we're kind of helping you by actually asking for your help there. So I think that's definitely something we could do to that's something you can do if you want to be very helpful for someone and be there. Constantly ask if you can be there for them. Constantly ask how you can help. Just continuously do it. So then when we do need to turn for help, we feel like we're actually helping you a bit as well by letting you do something for us. And if you're going to offer to prepare to help, be prepared to help. And I know for me, a big part was just getting lifts to the hospital there and back on the way to being admitted, or getting picked up after being discharged. That was something I struggled to find lifts for a lot of the times. I'm just gonna have tea. Next, me jumping to conclusions that the cancer is relapsing / progressing when I feel a random sharp pain. I mean, it's hilarious. It's I think it's what's that animal called? It was in that Blackpink video just recently, but it's that sort of big, it's like a wombat, but it's not Australian, and jumping into the water. It's a hilarious image, but it's very relatable. Even I must admit, if I get a bit of a stomach cramp or something like that, I'm like, shit, is it back? That's kind of one of those shocking things that happens, after cancer, because you're no longer a hypochondriac, because, well, look what's actually happened to you, so you're kind of always on edge. Very relatable. Next, meme. Me gets chemo, white blood cell, dies, my normal flora. Okay, so I love this Leonardo DiCaprio meme format. It's a really popular one right now. This is hilariously true. I mean, okay, so I want to explain the meme because why not? So the chemotherapy targets and destroys a lot of the cells that it needs to and some of the ones that it doesn't need to. It's just kind of one of the consequences. And in that, we can't regulate our normal good bacteria. And as a result of that, they kind of overpopulate and can cause some uncomfortable symptoms. I know I got neutropenic colitis as a result of it, and it was horrible and so bad. And I imagine that is exactly what my flora was like when they were like, ooh, it is time to grow. Whew, yeah, that was a hard time. Yeah, bloody painful. But, you know, thankfully, once again, you just need your blood cells to come back up a little bit and all things return to normal. Next, meme. When you thought you were going to lose weight from chemo, but you ended up gaining a ton because of steroids. That's a fact. I love it because it's got a cat, and I have cats, and so I love cats, obviously. But it's so true. So you obviously lose loads and loads of weight from chemo, but a lot of the times you can also end up on steroids. I was a lot of the time on dexamethasone, and a big side effect of those is not only do you gain weight, but you also store fluid in kind of your peripheries and in your tissues. That's really quite visual. So not only do you really, gain that fatty weight, but you're putting water on the outside as well, so you kind of get a swollen look as well. And yeah, I remember looking very different, and I did not fit my clothes very well at all. Yeah, it's kind of one of those ironic things. Next meme. You're so brave and strong. I don't know how you do it. You're an inspiration. Me, 90% of the time since I started treatment. And he's just sleeping. It's very true, I mean. It's kind of one of those funny things. I mean, people are so lovely and they kind of comment to you when you're going through all this, oh, you're so brave and strong, but it's true, when you just sleep, you get so tired. Oh my god, like wrecked. You can sleep sometimes like 14, 16 hours a day, and the hours you are awake, you're not doing a lot, you're not very functional either. I remember trying to study and I was struggling so hard. Yeah, it's kind of ironic and true in that way, I think. Just one of those funny things.
That's still you now.
Next meme. When I finish treatment, I'll move on from all of this and start a new chapter. My mental health. Wait, let me get the cup. Once again, it's a Leonardo DiCaprio format. I love this meme. If you have any, chuck the links down below to them so I can look at them. It's so true. You finish treatment, physically you start going really, really well. I'm kind of in that phase right now. Like, I'm really pretty happy with where I am physically, but yeah, mentally you're kind of, fucked. You kind of realize everything that you've been through, and it kind of all just whacks onto you, and you're just like, shit. Yeah, that's very relatable. Yeah, be prepared for the mental health impacts afterwards. I mean, yeah, I don't want to say PTSD, but it is post-traumatic stress. And sometimes it is quite disordered. It's important to stay in contact with psychologists in that way, and just openly always talking about it. And my number one advice from my own personal experience is when you feel like you need to cry, have a massive, amazing cry. Play the songs that put you in the mood to cry even more. Just go all in. Don't try to hold back those tears. Don't try to be strong. Ride that wave. I'm still onto the same songs, so Dean Lewis, Waves, Bon Iver, Stacks, and I've just added recently to the list, Build a Home. Yeah, those three songs just, they snap those tear buds going, that's for sure. Okay, final meme. Nobody. Me after the appointment where I was just diagnosed with cancer. Screams. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's an Office meme again. I love The Office so much, particularly because it relates so closely to my own experience. And yeah, that's kind of relatable when you walk out and you're just kind of like, fuck. Yeah, you're just like, oh my god, what's happened? Yeah, and it's the same when you relapse. You're just like, you walk out and you're just like, ah! Yeah. Their screams is the best way to describe it, that's for sure. So I think that will be it for the memes today. I found that to be a really kind of fun video. It was quite nice and easy to put together. Let me know if you really enjoyed that, actually. I'd love to do a few more videos like this. I think it's kind of fun to connect and share some comedic experiences around cancer and hopefully give you a bit of insight into what it's like with a bit of comedy from a cancer patient as well. Otherwise, it's been really fun. Once again, thanks to the Cancer Patient Instagram page. Check them out, link down below, give them a like and follow, and thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please like, share, subscribe, throw all of your beautiful comments down below, particularly if you like this video, and well, if you want a few more like this, because it was a lot of fun to put together. And well, I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.